What an exciting game. This is always a great game playing at early in the morning. Places packed, kids are going crazy, and I thought it really helped us today as a sixth man. We think they were cheering for us. We're not really sure, but we think they were. But no, they were great. I thought our first half, I mean, we come out in the first quarter, and I thought we did a tremendous job. Second quarter, we let them kind of run on us a little bit and went away from the game plan. And at the half, we really talked about what our growth was going to be from the first game of the year until now. And I could not be happier with how we finished the game and how we came out in that third and fourth quarter. And a lot of that is a testament to the two next to me who had great days. But again, I thought Aaliyah Lewis had a huge second half. I thought Jade, who again had to play kind of in and out, really stayed in her rhythm today with the foul trouble and brought us a lift with her enthusiasm and her passion, through the game. I thought Imani had probably her best game in the St. John's uniform, and so it was a great job by everybody in that third and fourth quarter. And the areas where we needed to be better, we out-rebounded them, and we scored more free throws than they took, and those are usually recipes for success against a team that should, or we think, has a chance to win their conference again. And I have a lot of respect for their program. Obviously, I went to school there, so I have a lot of pride in what they do. But at the same time, it was great to be able to finish this game today, going into the break, and now we start our Big East play.
Take questions for players first.
Jade, what's most satisfying about a game like this against a quality team and just the way that went? What really satisfied you about it?
Just to see my teammates fight, like the fight that we had pushing from halftime to the end of the game. Everybody just really gave their all. We put our all into it, and we came out with the win. So that was the most satisfying part of the game today.
And would you feel kind of just changed either on the floor, or was it maybe just energy or emotion? How would you describe just how drastically different the game became?
I mean, in the second quarter, I felt like our energy dropped at one point. So I felt like coming out into the third quarter, we tried to just pick our energy up as fast as we could, and out-hustle them. And I think we did a good job of that throughout the rest of the game.
And Imani, merely statistically, it's the best game of your career. How do you feel about it sitting here? You're usually not as excited as normal, but tell me what maybe was a difference for you and how you feel about it.
Today was a big day emotionally for me. It's the day my mom passed away, so I needed to get myself started early, or else it was going to be a really tough game for me.
And did you get a sense that this was coming along, whether it was, Aaliyah was seeing you great on passes, anything in the last couple of weeks? You've had, pretty solid games before this, but was there something different over this kind of little period of time you've had?
I don't know. I think the game, there was just a lot of energy, and I just fed off of that.
Mm-hmm.
Jade, this was an emotional game for sure. You seem kind of like a calming presence out there throughout the game. How important is it to channel that passion and energy for the game into your play as opposed to elsewhere?
I was really just trying to channel it, for me, just to maintain, stay level-headed, even like playing through fouls and everything, and to my teammates to just let them know, even though we're down, we're not down by that much. We still have a lot of fight left in us. We have a lot more to show. So I was just trying to get that through my teammates, and everybody exceeded every expectation, and I felt like we did a really good job today.
Jade, even though you didn't defend her per se, but what was the challenge like to what Precious Hall does after you shut her out in the first, gigantic second quarter, and then you guys were able to somehow focus and calm her down? What was that like? And she could be, if not the best scorer you guys will see for a while.
I mean, she's a really good player. I mean, we know she's going to make shots. We just had to focus on containing her and limiting as many shots as she's going to get, and just playing good defense, staying grounded, keeping our hands up, not fouling. And I think we did a good job to the end of doing that a lot.
Anyone else have anything for the players?
It's for either of you student athletes. Just talk about the defense in those last two quarters. Just how were you able to step up and play them defensively? Because you were able to get some good shutdown moments. Just talk about those moments for you both. Just any moment in particular that stood out for you all defensively, or?
I think when Maya got a charge in the second half of the game, towards the end, I think that was a really big defensive moment for us. That kind of really just put the momentum on our side a lot more, and it really gave us a boost, gave us an extra possession.
You guys, you mentioned Maya taking the charge. Against Fordham, it was you taking the charge. I know you guys work on help defense and practice a lot. Is that something that late in the game that you guys are going to be looking for going forward to get a big turnover like that?
I mean, as long as we stay in help defense and stay grounded, charges will always be there. So, I mean, we're going to try to stay on the floor more than jumping in the air, and we're just going to try to stay grounded in our defense.
She's had nice games before, but what was maybe a difference? And certainly she was obviously highly motivated and emotional.
Yeah, I think she's, just said it. I think Imani is one of those kids you're proud as a coach because she went through a difficult period as a freshman. And I think today it's hard because you're watching kids maybe not stick with it or not try to improve. And I think, we as a staff and we as a program always try to nurture our players to get them to understand that with hard work, with belief in what we're doing, you're going to be the player that we think you're going to be and that you think you're going to be. And today, for the first time, and I hope from this point moving forward, I think she really saw all parts of her game come together. Now, when we recruited her, her mom passed away the year she was coming here, so it wasn't easy. And so she's given us everything. And from that, as she said today, she was great. I mean, she's never had 13 rebounds, let alone 6. So when you can get 13 boards and, they played a little smaller, she was able to take advantage of that. She's making jumpers. You watch what she can be at her best, and that's what we're trying to get out of every player. And just a great performance by her, something that she can build on and that we can also. But I also think the depth of our team shows too. We've got a lot of players who can help us at any moment in the game. Though Maya gave us a good lift, even the minutes that Sandra and Jordan and Drea play and Crystal comes in, I mean, they're all important. I thought our bench awoke from a slumber in the first and second quarter and really helped us with their enthusiasm. I was, again, pleased. So going from the last 6 games of seeing some really good growth, from our team. Everybody getting a little more comfortable about what they can and can't do. And today, being down, I think it was 10 at half, they made a shot at the buzzer to run into the half, and we responded. And that's the sign that we want to see. I mean, that's the kind of sign I'm looking for in this group. And now we have a little bit of a layoff. We'll get some rest. Probably the longest layoff we've had in about 15 years here, but they need a break, and then we'll get them back here, and we're ready for, 15 games in 5 days.
Coach, how about, there may be only a couple more players that you'll face, like Precious Hall. How about just the challenge you put on your team and then to try to calm her down the way you were able to do that?
I thought we did a poor job on her for 1 quarter. And I thought we did everything else we wanted to do for 3. And she is not going to be stopped. Probably has a chance to be a pro if she's not one already. And she's a special player. We know what that's like. And so for us to be able to get her to go 2 for 10, still had 22 points, we got her to turn it over. I thought we made her a little uncomfortable at times. Outside of that second quarter, they did a nice job of making an adjustment. They put her at the point, and she got the ball in her hands more, and that, I thought, helped her in that quarter. And so she's a special player, but you want to focus on it. They don't have 40 in the game, so that kind of hurts them a little bit. But as we know, we've been there too, and you got to be able to take advantage of that as well. And they've got pretty good depth in their post, so that was something that we knew that they could go to with the kids that they bring off the bench. So she's a special player, and I thought we did a good job of making her uncomfortable, especially in the 3rd and 4th quarter.
Did you know they wouldn't have 40?
I wish I did. No.
Coach, what do you think is the biggest lesson for you as you head into Big East play? What do you think is the lesson that you learned from your team and some of the things that you're going to be hoping that they achieve as they head into conference play?
I think like any team, I don't think we've hit our best yet. And so that's the part. Like you, after a game like this, you want to play tomorrow. I mean, and that's how to see the locker room from where we were beginning of the year to now. The awareness, the energy, the enthusiasm of knowing what we can accomplish with a group who has to play together to be able to win games. Look, we know that our league is so tough, and that's why we tried to play the best non-conference schedule we could. This was an opportunity we had to have. Like I really thought today was a must-win in regards for us moving forward for many reasons, and so we were able to accomplish that. And to see, Jade be able to channel herself today to be able to help us, even going from a point where she was in and out of the game, to be able to come in and score. And quietly, Akina had 13 points. That did some really good things off the bounce in a game that got a little choppy because it was foul, and so again, I was really pleased with what we did.
In reflection to that tough non-conference schedule, I mean, you guys went 8-3. The couple losses were all close and to good teams. How do you feel about that heading into conference play now?
I feel a little better now. I know I felt flittier, but I also think we gave away opportunities. I mean, Miami's number 11 now, and we have that game late, and we don't finish. Duquesne, who's been up and down, we don't finish. So when we're talking about growth, 27-9 in the fourth quarter. Fordham, same thing. We've flipped that script now to be able to make sure we're finishing games, wear teams down, be able to do things we want to do and execute. There's still some slippage in there that we have to improve. But I think it also helped us for a game like this. If we hadn't played those teams, or if we hadn't played teams like this, we're not going to be ready for the league, for league play. I mean, and so credit to some of the teams in our conference have really done a nice job this year of trying to challenge themselves, and that's what we want. We are trying to make sure that the country knows that the Big East Conference is a conference that is going to be neck and neck with anybody in the country, and so that's why we have to go out and play them. You can't beat them unless you play them, and so we've got to be able to get out there. That's why kids want to play here. They want to play against those kind of teams.
Last question. You guys, you personally looked like you were, coaching your butt off today, subbing in and out. How does that translate into what you guys will see later on? Because you have such a deep bench, how are you able to, utilize so much depth?
I mean, we had to today. I mean, the circumstances dictated to us on the bench that we had to make some adjustments, from the first and second quarter into the third and fourth, but predicated on maybe who's playing well in a game or who has foul trouble. The fun thing about it, even though it's fun and not so fun, when you have the depth that we could have, is that every game is you have to coach it differently. And so, we have to be prepared to use different lineups and to, try to adjust on the fly a little bit. We try to work the best we can in practice with different lineups and what we want to do. But I thought our group really held the game plan together even when it got difficult. And I thought our bench, from our bench to our starters, even though they had areas of slippage, really did a great job of at the end of the day, making sure that they didn't fail the game plan. And that's all we can ask as we're going forward. But the depth part of it is great. I mean, still, we only got Aaliyah 2 minutes off, but we're hoping that she gets these days off here and gets well rested and is ready to go. And so we'll continue to mix and match and do what we can.